अथ हठयोग प्रदीपिका प्रथमोपदेशः। श्री आदिनाथाय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै येनोपदिष्टा हठयोगविद्या विभ्राजते प्रोन्नतराजयोगम् आरोढुमिच्छोरधिरोहिणीव। Salutations to Adinatha, Shiva, who expounded the knowledge of Hatha Yoga, which, like a staircase, leads the aspirant to the high pinnacled Raja Yoga. Pranamya Shri Gurum Natham Swatma Ramena Yogina Kevalam Raja Yogaya Hatha Vidya Upadishyate. Yogi Swatma Rama, after saluting first his Guru Srinatha, explains Hatha Yoga for the attainment of Raja Yoga. Brantya Bahumatadvante Raja Yogam Ajanatam Hatha Pradipikam Datte Swatma Ramaha Kripakaraha. Owing to the darkness arising from the multiplicity of opinions, people are unable to know the Raja Yoga. Compassionate Swatma Rama composes the Hatha Yoga Pradipika like a torch to dispel it. Hatha Vidyam Himatsendra Gorakshadya Vijanate Swatma Ramo Atava Yogi Janite Tat Prasadataha. Matsendra, Goraksha, etc. knew Hatha Vidya, and by their favor, Yogi Swatma Rama also learnt it from them. Shri Adinatha Matsendra, Shavarananda Bhairava, Chaurangi Meena Goraksha, Virupaksha Bileshayaha. The following Siddhas, masters, are said to have existed in former times: Shri Adinatha, Matsendranatha, Shabara, Ananda, Bhairava, Chaurangi, Meenanatha, Gorakshanatha, Virupaksha, Bileshaya. Manthano Bhairavo Yogi, Siddhirbuddhascha Kantadihi, Korantakaha Suranandaha, Siddhapadascha Charpatihi. Mantana, Bhairava, Siddhi Buddha, Kantadi, Korantaka, Surananda, Siddhipada, Charpati. Kaneri Pujyapadascha, Nityanato Niranjanaha, Kapali Bindunathascha, Kakachandishwarahvayaha. Kaneri, Pujyapada, Nityanatha, Niranjana, Kapali, Bindunatha, Kakachandishwara. Allah Mahaprabhudevascha, Ghoda Choli Chatintinihi, Bhanuki Naradevascha, Khanda Kapalikastata. Allama, Prabhudeva, Ghoda, Choli, Tintini, Bhanuki, Naradeva, Khanda Kapalika. Ityadayo Mahasiddha Hatha Yoga Prabhavataha Kandayitva Kaladandam Brahmande Vicharantite. These Mahasiddhas, great masters, breaking the scepter of death, are roaming in the universe. Asheshatapataptanam Samashrayamato Hataha Ashesha Yoga Yuktanam Adharakamato Hataha. Like a house protecting one from the heat of the sun, Hatha Yoga protects its practitioner from the burning heat of the three tapas, and similarly, it is the supporting tortoise, as it were, for those who are constantly devoted to the practice of yoga. Hatha Vidya Param Gopya Yogina Siddhimichata Paved Viryavati Gupta Nirviryatu Prakashita. A yogi desirous of success should keep the knowledge of Hatha Yoga secret, for it becomes potent by concealing and impotent by exposing. Surajye dharmike deshe सुभिक्षे निरुपद्रवे धनुः प्रमाणपर्यन्तं शिलाग्नि जलवर्जिते एकान्ते मटिका मध्ये स्थातव्यं हठयोगिना. The yogi should practice Hatha Yoga in a small room situated in a solitary place, being 4 cubits square and free from stones, fire, water, disturbances of all kinds, and in a country where justice is properly administered, where good people live, and food can be obtained easily and plentifully. अल्पद्वारामरन्ध्रगर्तविवरं नात्युच्च नीचायतं सम्यग् गोमयसान्द्रलिप्तममलं निःशेषजन्तूर्जितं बाह्ये मण्डपवेदिकूपरुचिरं प्राकारसंवेष्टितं प्रोक्तं योगमठस्य लक्षणमिदं सिद्धैर्हठाभ्यासिभिः. The room should have a small door, be free from holes, hollows, neither too high nor too low, well plastered with cow dung, and free from dirt, filth, and insects. On its outside, there should be bowers, raised platform, well, and a compound. These characteristics of a room for Hatha yogis have been described by adepts in the practice of Hatha. एवं विधे मठे स्थित्वा सर्वा चिन्ता विवर्जितः गुरुपदिष्टा मार्गेण योगमेव समभ्यसेत्. Having seated in such a room and free from all anxieties, he should practice yoga as instructed by his guru. अत्याहारः प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्योगो विनश्यति. Yoga is destroyed by the following 6 causes: overeating, exertion, talkativeness, adhering to rules, eating at night, company of men, and unsteadiness. उत्साहात् साहसात् धैर्यात् तत्त्वज्ञानाश्च निश्चयात् जनसङ्गपरित्यागात् षड्भिर्योगः प्रसिद्ध्यति. The following 6 bring speedy success: courage, daring, perseverance, discriminative knowledge, faith, aloofness from company. Atha yama niyamaha ahimsa satyamasteyam brahmacharyam kshamadritihi dayarjavam mitaharaha shaucham chaiva yamadasha. The 10 rules of conduct are ahimsa, truth, non-stealing, continence, forgiveness, endurance, compassion, meekness, sparing diet, and cleanliness. Tapaha santosha astikyam danamishvara pujanam siddhantavakya shravanam himrati cha tapohutam niyamadasha samprokta yoga shastra visharadaihi. The 10 niyamas mentioned by those proficient in the knowledge of yoga are tapa, patience, belief in God, charity, adoration of God, hearing discourses on the principles of religion, intellect, tapa, and yajna. Atha asanam hatasya pratamangatvad asanam purvamuchyate kuryattasanam stairyam arogyam changalagavam. Being the first accessory of Hatha Yoga, asana is described first. It should be practiced for gaining steady posture, health, and lightness of body. Vashishtadhyaicha munibhir matsendradhyaicha yogibhihi angikritanya katyante kani chinmaya. I am going to describe certain asanas which have been adopted by munis like Vashishta and yogis like Matsendra. Janurvorantare samyak kritva padatale ubhe rujukayaha samasinaha swastikam tat prachakshate Having kept both the hands under both the thighs with the body straight, when one sits calmly in this posture, it is called swastika. सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्पं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजये दक्षिणे अपि तथा सव्यं गोमुखं गोमुखाकृतिः. Placing the right ankle on the left side and the left ankle on the right side makes Gomukhasana, having the appearance of a cow. एकं पादं तदैकस्मिन् विन्यसेदूनि स्थिरम् इतरस्मिंस्तथा चोरुं वीरासनमितीरितम्. One foot is to be placed on the thigh of the opposite side and so also the other foot on the opposite thigh. This is called Virasana. Gudam nirudya gulpabhyam vyutkrameణ samahitah Kurmasanam bhavet etattiti yoga vido viduhu. Placing the right ankle on the left side of the anus and the left ankle on the right side of it makes what the yogis call Kurmasana. Padmasanam tu samstapya janorvorantare karau niveshya bhumau samstapya vyomastam kukkutasanam. Taking the posture of Padmasana and carrying the hands under the thighs, when the yogi raises himself above the ground with his palms resting on the ground, it becomes Kukkutasana. Kukkutasana bandhasto dhorbyam sambhatya kandaram bhavet kurma vaduttana etaduttana kurmakam. Having assumed Kukkuta Asana, when one grasps his neck by crossing his hands behind his head and lies in this posture with his back touching the ground, it becomes Uttana Kurmasana, from its appearance like that of a tortoise. Padanguštau tu parnebhyam grihitva shravanavadi danurakarshana kuryat danurasanamuchyate. Having caught the toes of the feet with both the hands and carried them to the ears by drawing the body like a bow, it becomes Dhanurasana. Vamormularpita dakshapadam janorbahiveshtita vamapadam pragrihyatistet parivartitangaha Srimatsya natoditamasanam syat Matsendrapītam jatara pradiptim prachanda rugmandala kandanastram abhyasataha kundalini prabodham chandra stiratvam cha dadati pumsam. Having placed the right foot at the root of the left thigh, let the toe be grasped with the right hand passing over the back, and having placed the left foot on the right thigh at its root, let it be grasped with the left hand passing behind the back. This is the asana as explained by Sri Matsyanatha. It increases appetite and is an instrument for destroying the group of the most deadly diseases. Its practice awakens the kundalini, stops the nectar shedding from the moon in the people. Prasarya padau bhuvidanda rupau Dorbhyam padagra dvitayam grihitva Janor parinyasta lalata desho Vaseditam paschimatana mahuhu. Having stretched the feet on the ground like a stick and having grasped the toes of both the feet with both the hands, when one sits with his forehead resting on the thighs, it is called paschimatana. Iti paschimatanam asanagrayam Pavanam paschimavahinim karoti Udayam jataranālasya kuryāt Udare karshyamarogataṃ cha pumsam. This paschimatana carries the air from the front to the back part of the body. It kindles gastric fire, reduces obesity and cures all diseases of men. Dharamavashtabhya karadvayena तत्कूर्परस्थापितनाभि पार्श्वः उच्चासनो दण्डवदुत्थितः के Mayurametat pravadanti pitam. Place the palms of both the hands on the ground and place the navel on both the elbows and balancing thus, the body should be stretched backward like a stick. This is called Mayurasana. Harati Shakala Roganashu Gulmodharadi Nabhibhavati cha Doshanashanam Shri Mayuram Bahukadashana Bhuktam Basma Kuryadasesham Janayati Jataragnim Jarayet Kalakutam. This asana soon destroys all diseases and removes abdominal disorders and also those arising from irregularities of phlegm, bile, and wind. Digest unwholesome food taken in excess, increases appetite, and destroys the most deadly poison. Uttanam Shabavad Bhumau Shayanam Tacchavasanam Shavasanam Shantiharam Chitta Vishranti Lying down on the ground like a corpse is called Shavasana. It removes fatigue and gives rest to the mind. Chaturashityasanani Shivena Katitani cha Tebhyaschatushkamadaya Sarabhutam Bravinyaham. Shiva taught 84 asanas. Of these, first 4 being essential ones, I am going to explain them here. Siddham Padmam Tata Simham Badram Veti Chatushayam Shreshtam Tatrapi Chasuke Tishtet Siddhasane Sada. These 4 are the Siddha, Padma, Simha and Badra. Even of this, the Siddhasana being very comfortable, one should always practice it. Hathe Siddhasanam Yonistanakamangrimoolagatitam Kritva Dridam Vinyaset Mendre Padamadaikamaeva Hridaye Kritva Hanum Sustiram Stannusayyamitendriyoschaladrisha Pashyed Dhruvorantaram Hetan Moksha Kapata Bheda Janakam Siddhasanam Prochyate. Press firmly the heel of the left foot against the perineum and the right heel above the male organ. With the chin pressing on the chest, one should sit calmly, having restrained the senses, and gaze steadily the space between the eyebrows. This is called the Siddhasana, the opener of the door of salvation. Mendradupari vinyase savyam Gulpam tatopari Gulpantaram cha nikshipya Siddhasanamidham bhavet. Siddhasana is performed also by placing the left heel on Medra and then placing the right one on it. Etat Siddhasanam prahuranye Vajrasanam viduhu Muktasanam vadantyeke Prahurguptasanam pare. Some call this Siddhasana, some Vajrasana, others call it Muktasana or Guptasana. Yameshviva mitahara ahimsa niyameshviva mukyam sarvasaneshvekam siddhaha siddhasanam viduhu. Just as sparing food is among yamas and ahimsa among the niyamas, so is Siddhasana, called by adepts the chief of all asanas. Chaturashiti piteshu siddhameva sadhabhyaset dvasaptati sahasranam nadinam malashodhanam. Out of the 84 asanas, Siddhasana should always be practiced because it cleanses the impurities of 72,000 nadis. Atmadhyayi mitahari yavadvadashavatsaram sada siddhasanam abhyasat yogi nishpatti mapnuyat. By contemplating on oneself, by eating sparingly, and by practicing Siddhasana for 12 years, the yogi obtains success. Kimanyir bahubhi pitaihi siddhe siddhasane sati प्राणानिले सावधाने भद्रे केवलकुम्भके उत्पद्यते निरायासात् स्वयमेवोन्मणिकला. Other postures are of no use when success has been achieved in Siddhasana and Pranavayu becomes calm and restrained by Kevala Kumbhaka. तदैकास्मिन्नेव दृढे सिद्धे सिद्धासने सति बन्धत्रयमनायासात् स्वयमेवोपजायते. Success in one Siddhasana alone becoming firmly established, one gets Unmani at once and the three bonds are accomplished of themselves. Asanam siddha sadrisham na kumbha kevalopamaha na kechari samamudra na nada sadrisholayah. There is no asana like the Siddhasana and no kumbhaka like the kevala. There is no mudra like the kechari and no laya like the nada. Hatha padmasanam vamorupari dakshinam cha charanam samstapya vamam tata dakshorupari paschimena vidina dhrutva karabhyam dridam guštau hridaye nidhaya chibukam नासग्रमालोकयेत् एतत् व्याधिविनाशकारी यमिनां padmasanam प्रोच्यते. Placing the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh and grasp the toes with the hands crossed over the back, rest the chin against the chest and gaze the tip of the nose. This is called the Padmasana, the destroyer of the diseases. उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरुसंस्थौ प्रयत्नतः ऊरुमध्ये ततोत्तानौ पाणिकृत्वा ततो दृशौ. Place the feet on the thighs with the soles upwards and place the hands on the thighs with the palms upwards. नासाग्रे विन्यसेद्राजन्तमूले तु जिह्वया उत्तम्ब्य चिबुकं वक्षस् स्यूताप्य पवनं शनैः. Gaze on the tip of the nose, keeping the tongue pressed against the root of the teeth of the upper jaw and the chin against the chest and raise the air up slowly, that is, pull the apana vayu gently upwards. Idam padmasanam proktam sarvavyadi vinashanam durlabham yena kenapi dhimatha labhyate bhuvi. This is called the Padmasana, the destroyer of all diseases. It is difficult of attainment by everybody but can be learnt by intelligent people in this world. Kritva samputitau karau dridataram badva tu padmasanam gadam vakshasi sannidaya chibukam dhyayamscha tatchetasi varam varam apanamurdvamanilam प्रोत्सारायन्न पूरितं नेचन प्राणमुपैति बोधमतुलं शक्ति प्रभावन्नरः. Having kept both the hands together in the lap, performing the Padmasana firmly, keeping the chin fixed to the chest and contemplating on him in the mind by drawing the apana vayu up and pushing down the air after inhaling it, joining thus the prana and apana in the navel, one gets the highest intelligence by awakening the kundalini. Padmasane sthito yogi nadidvarena puritam marutam dharayetyastu samukto natra samshayaha. The yogi who sitting with Padmasana can control breathing. There is no doubt is free from bondage. Hatha simhasanam gulpau cha vrashanasyadah sivantyaha parshvayokshipet dakshine savyagulpam tu dakshagulpam tu savyake. Press the heels on both the sides of the seam of the perineum in such a way that the left heel touches the right side and the right heel touches the left side of it. Hastau tu janvoho samstapya swangulihi सम्प्रसार्यश्च व्यात्यवक्तो निरीक्षेत नासाग्रं सुषुमाहितः. Place the hands on the thighs with stretched fingers and keeping the mouth open and the mind collected, gaze on the tip of the nose. Simhasanam bhavet etat pujitam yogi pungavaihi bandhatraya sandhanam kurute chasanottamam. This is Simhasana, held sacred by the best of yogis. This excellent asana affects the completion of the three bandhas, that is, the Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, and Udiyana Bandha. Atha Bhadrasanam Gulpau cha Vrishanasyadah Sivantyaha Pashvayoho Kshipte Savyagulpam Tata Savye Dakshagulpam tu Dakshine Pashvapadau cha Panibhyam Dridam Badva Sunischalam Bhadrasanam Bhaved Etat Sarvavyadi Vinashanam Gorakshasanamityahuridam Vaisiddha Yoginaha. Place the heels on the either side of the seam of the perineum, keeping the left heel on the left side and the right one on the right side. Hold the feet firmly, joined to one another with both the hands. This Bhadrasana is the destroyer of all diseases. Evamasana bandeshu yogindro vigatashamaha abhyasannadika shuddhim mudradi pavanikriyam. The expert yogis call this Gorakshasana. By sitting with this asana, the yogi gets rid of fatigue. Asanam kumbhakam chitram mudrakyam karanam tata athanadanusandanam abhyasanukramo hate. The nadis should be cleansed of their impurities by performing the mudras, asanas, kumbhakas, etc. Brahmachari mitahari tyagi yoga parayanaha abdva durdvam bhavet siddho natra karya vicharana. By regular and close attention to nada in Hatha Yoga, a brahmachari sparing in diet, unattached to objects of enjoyment, and devoted to yoga gains success, no doubt, within a year. Susnigdha maduraharascha chaturtamsha vivarjitaha bhujyate shiva samprityai mitaharaha sa uchyate. Abstemious feeding is that in which 3/4 of hunger is satisfied with food well cooked with ghee and sweets and eaten with the offering of it to Shiva. Patvam latikshna lavanoshna harita shaka sauveera taila tila shasharpa madhyamatsyan azadimam sadati takra kulatta kola pinyaka hingula shunadyamapatyamahuhu. Bitter, sour, saltish, hot, green vegetables, fermented, oily, mixed with tilseed, rapeseed, intoxicating liquors, fish, meat, curds, chasa pulses, plums, oil cake, asafoetida, garlic, onion, etc. should not be eaten. Bhojanamahitam vidyat punarasya yoshini kritam ruksham atilavanamamlayuktam kadashana shakoktam varjyam. Food heated again, dry, having too much salt, sour, minor grains and vegetables that cause burning sensation should not be eaten. Fire, women, traveling, etc. should be avoided. Vahni stripati sevana madhav varjana macharet. As said by Goraksha, one should keep aloof from the society of the evil-minded, fire, women, traveling, early morning bath, fasting, and all kinds of bodily exertion. Tata hi Goraksha vachanam varjaye durjana prantam vahni stripati sevanam prataha snanopavasadi kaya klesha vidim tatha. wheat, rice, barley, shastik, good corns, milk, ghee, sugar, butter, sugar candy, honey, dried ginger, the 5 vegetables, moong, pure water. These are very beneficial to those who practice yoga. गोधूमशाली अवशास्तिकशोभनानं श्रीराज्यखण्डनवनीतसिद्धमधूनि शुण्ठिपटोलकपालादिकपञ्चशाकं मुद्रादिदिव्यमुदकं च यमीन्द्रपत्यम्. A yogi should eat tonics well sweetened, greasy, made with ghee, milk, butter, etc., which may increase humus of the body according to his desire. पुष्टं सुमधुरं स्निग्धं गव्यं धातु प्रपोषणं मनोभिलषितं योग्यं योगी भोजनमाचरेत्. Whether young, old or too old, sick or lean, one who discards laziness gets success if he practices yoga. युवो वृद्धो अतिवृद्धो वा व्याधितो दुर्लभो अपि वा अभ्यासात् सिद्धिमाप्नोति सर्वयोगेष्वतन्द्रितः. Success comes to him who is engaged in the practice. How can one get success without practice? For by merely reading books on yoga, one can never get success. क्रियायुक्तस्य सिद्धिः स्यादक्रियस्य कथं भवेत् न शास्त्रपाठमात्रेण योगसिद्धिः प्रजायते. Success cannot be attained by adopting a particular dress, vesha. It cannot be gained by telling tales. Practice alone is the means to success. This is true, there is no doubt. न वेषधारणं सिद्धेः कारणं न च तत्कथा क्रियैव कारणं सिद्धेः सत्यमेतन्न संशयः. पीठानि कुम्भकाश्चित्रा दिव्यानि करणानि च सर्वाण्यपि हठाभ्यासे राजयोगफलावधि. Asanas, postures, various kumbhakas and other divine means all should be practiced in the practice of Hatha Yoga till the fruit Raja Yoga is obtained.